My family is myself, my husband, and my 2 children who both live with autism. So bath bombs came into our life first, and we found that Hannah loved the sensory experience of using bath bombs, putting them in her bath, and the way it smelled and the feel. So we started buying them, and it became very expensive. And we looked up a recipe for how to make them. So we played with it a little bit, and we started making bath bombs. And then a store in Matthews called Zab's Place, which employs adults with differences, decided that they would sell our bath bombs and asked if somebody could make soap. So literally, because they asked, we figured we'd try. And that's how we started. So the business part of it has been more difficult because I have a degree in art and theater, and it hasn't exactly helped the business aspect of things, but we are learning as we go along. And we found that people respond to certain things, and as they respond and as they request things, that's how we adjust the business. We have no other location to do the business other than our dining room, so it's sort of taken over the house. Hannah's molds and soaps are sort of everywhere. So the good part is that we literally are immersed in it all the time. The business has been interesting to learn about, and to see it grow and become more recognizable. As a matter of fact, the other day, Hannah and Sophie and I were out to lunch, and a lady literally stopped Hannah and said, "I know you. I bought your soap at Zab's Place, and I follow you on Instagram." So it was kind of neat. It was kind of a neat experience. It has matured Hannah a great deal since she's graduated from school. The support that we've gotten through Abound has been increased a great deal because she no longer has school and the academics of that. But she is really growing into this business, and that's really what we want for her. So it takes up a great deal of time and energy, and I'm happy that she has this new sort of found pride in doing what she does. She likes showing people. You could see she just showed you. She likes showing people what she does and how she does it. Without supported employment, it would purely be my husband and I trying to make this happen. And oftentimes, my kids do better when it's a person that's not their mom or dad working with them. So the ability to have a person come in, get them trained, and then have them work as a support to Hannah there's really no replacement for that. There's no other service that really replaces what they do. So it's vital. I would say it's vital. Without supported employment, we wouldn't be able to run this efficiently in any means. I'm very, very grateful to have supported employment and to have the amount of hours we have now. And it's vital. It's vital. So do your homework, learn where funding sources are. For example, we're going to be working with PASS program, which is a state-funded program that helps actually use dollars that exist to fund exclusively a business that is for a person with a disability that might improve their future, right? The idea would be for the person to become less dependent on family members and friends and more independent, and to obviously have them out in the community and interacting. So I think that's one example of a resource that is out there that people might not know about. You need to do your homework. You need to decide on a business that is something that is meaningful to the individual. You can't just say, hey, we're going to bake cookies because baking cookies is easy to do. You want to find something that you know is meaningful to the individual and that they're going to be interested in, because otherwise, what's the sense in doing this? And so if you have an idea, and let's say somebody, I helped a friend set up a small business for her child who loved to shop on eBay, and she wound up selling goods, so buying and selling goods on eBay, and that became her business. You just never know what you could possibly do. We're trying to set up a business, a more productive business for our son right now. He loves bubblegum balls. I mean, if we go to the mall, he will stop every few steps and take a bubblegum ball. It's become a thing when we go places. So he has a bubblegum ball machine at Zab's place right now, and it's been there for probably 2 years. We are trying to maybe get another location for another machine so he can go in and clean it out, put new bubblegum balls in there. But the important thing is, like, after he does what he needs to do, he can pop a bubblegum ball in his mouth and enjoy it. I wouldn't just do that randomly. We did that because he enjoys gumballs. I would say that if you have the wherewithal to hire somebody with some sort of a challenge, that you probably have the best worker that you ever had. And also that employability, if you're employing somebody that has a direct care staff that works with them, it's a win-win, because you're getting essentially 2 people for the price of 1. You're getting that support staff that's always there with the individual with the challenge, and that individual who really brightens the day. Oftentimes, not always of course, but oftentimes folks that have, say, intellectual developmental disabilities or other disabilities are often very happy to be engaged in the community and to be doing something meaningful. And that happiness sort of spills over, and it's good for the customers who walk in the front door.